So I made a Mr. Gamer Party tier list, and I think some people would agree and disagree with certain things on here, like Crazy Feet being A tier, but I mean, Crazy Feet's fine. But I'm just gonna go from top to bottom of the tier list, F tier to S tier, and explain my reasoning for every game mode. So in F tier, we got Box Boys and we got Get Trolled Nerd. Box Boys is just kind of bad because of how much trolls there are on that level. Like, seriously, I've never played a game of Box Boys where there's no trolls at all. I think I played like one and it was still really boring as a mode. And honestly, Get Trolled Nerd is just a bad mode. Like, the concept of it is kind of cool. You know, the way it started out, I made a huge mistake with giving Mr. Gamer that idea. But, like, that is a terrible game mode in the start of Season 2, and it's not improved too much. It's definitely gotten better, but it's still just a really boring mode, and I can't believe it gives you an MG gem. In E tier, we have The Run, and we have... I can't see the studio... Oh, yeah, we have Go Down a Temple. So The Run is not held up very well compared to when it came out. It wasn't too great when it came out, but it was okay when it came out. Now it's just really easy and boring. And, I mean, Go Down a Temple, it's new, it's an interesting concept, but it's pretty bland. Bland's the word, not really boring. It's not boring necessarily, it's just too bland for my liking. The platforming part is the only part that keeps it from F tier. So in E tier we got... Oh, no, not E tier. D tier we got Johanna. Johanna, honestly, has gotten worse over time. Mr. Gamer took the skill factor out of it on the, like the difficult sections, and just replaced it with a really easy bottom section of the level, and an honestly pretty sad back section. It's just crash pads and a pipe, and then more crash pads. It's really uncreative towards down there. I still think the top route it's slower, honestly, too, so it's not even worth taking the fun route. And, I mean, other than that, it looks fine. It's okay at the start. I mean, it's not necessarily anything special. The start never changed, but that's not necessarily a bad thing. In C tier, we got Kool-Aid Madness. This is the potentially weirdest level in Mr. Gamer Party. It's like the most random one, but it's a fun one. It's not that bad compared to other levels in the game, like Box Boys and Johanna. It's got a good variety of obstacles, and for a Season 2 first impression, it's pretty good. But it's one of the few modes in Season 2, so like you can't really rank it that high. But also, it does get quite boring after the first few playthroughs of it. Like, 1 or 2 playthroughs, it's boring, and that glitch at the end is terrible. I know, Mr. Gamer, you can't control that, but, like, that really ruins the end of the map. So, in B tier, we have Platypus, Meet Me in the Middle, Temple Time, and Meet Me in the Temple. So, I'll start with Platypus. It's still a good map from Season 1. Still a lot of people's favorite from Season 1. But compared to its newer maps from Season 1, 2, and 3, it's really not held up too well. It's surprisingly still fun, though. Like, it's gotten boring, especially the ending's really boring now, but, the sections before that, the middle section's pretty fun. I say that the change in the corn section was a great change that, like, saved the map, basically. And the side routes on the middle part are pretty bland. Nothing crazy. The Meet Me in the Middle is a decent test of skill. It's pretty easy to pass, and it's obviously the left path that's the best path, but, like, it's not a bad map, and it still requires skill to beat other players in it. And I like that aspect of it, and it gives you an MG gem too, so that's just an extra bonus. Temple Time is a simple map from Season 3, and a really good one at that. Its whole job is to just be a fun race to get to the end with fun obstacles, and it does a good job at that. And I like how it looks too. It looks pretty cool as a map. And Meet Me in the Temple is like Meet Me in the Middle, but if it was way better. except not really. But, like, it's good because it's way harder to tell which path is better. Obviously, like, the left side could be considered faster, but you gotta be a little slower with your jumps, and it's a little difficult. But the right side could be considered slower, but if you use the pinballs correctly, it can also be considered faster. And you have to glide correctly as well. Gliding is quite a big aspect of Mr. Game Party. And the ending and the start are okay. The crash pad section is just okay. Honestly, it's just the two pathway. I can't English. Why can I not English? The two pathways though are what really make this map actually fun. So in A tier, we got Crazy Feet, Jump Club, which is definitely not stolen from Fall Guys, Halloween Feet, I forgot the name of this one, Pumpkin Crash, that's what it is, and then Cars 2, the movie, the greatest name ever. I'll start with Crazy Feet. It's held up. It's still good. It's still lots of fun. When it came out, it was so much fun. I think it's gotten less fun, but it's still so much fun to play Crazy Feet, just running away from the UFO with all these obstacles on the map. It's just a hilarious time. But I do think compared to its newer counterparts, it's not as good. I think it's just as good as Halloween Feet and a little worse than Stinky Feet. But what am I saying? But it's okay. It's pretty good. I like Crazy Feet. Jump Club is your average survival level, but it's a fun survival level. All survival levels should be like Jump Club, except, Crazy Feet, because of its simple nature, its simple gameplay, and yet its fun concept of a level. And I also like how difficult it is compared to other levels in the game, and how easily other people die on it. It's funny to watch that. So, Halloween Feet, it's a better version of Crazy Feet. Just a teensy bit, like a little bit. I slightly prefer the map design, and the air vents is a good touch. Not the air vents, the weird purple geysers. They're a nice touch to the map. I especially enjoy the low gravity section and the bouncer section. I like these sections so much because they actually use the air, something Crazy Feet never really did. Like, in Crazy Feet, you were mostly on the ground, but in Halloween Feet, you're actually, using the air as part of your mobility compared to, just walking and running away. You actually fly around now, and I find that more fun. Pumpkin Crash is a fun race. That's just its answer. That's my definitive answer to why it's a good race. It's fun. It's fun to the end. Simple obstacles, simple time, simple fun. And then Cars 2 is just Cars 2. You can't really go wrong with Cars 2. Unless you're watching the actual movie, then of course you can go wrong with Cars 2. But other than that, you can't really go wrong with this map. But there's one issue keeping it from S tier, and that it does get old quite quick. I find myself getting bored of it after 3 minutes. And it being an 5-minute level, it's quite boring in the last 2 minutes. Other than that, though, it's a good map, and it's a good concept, too. I like that concept. Lastly, in S tier, we have Up Circle and Stinky Feet. Up Circle is something I guarantee none of you expected to be in S tier, unless you looked at the tier list in the Discord server, but shut up. Anyways, Up Circle is easily my favorite level in the game for one simple reason. You don't hear me scream my head off because I'm focusing, and that's why I like it. Because you actually need to focus to win. It's the only level in the game that truly rewards skill. And, it's actually pretty hard to win it, too. It's a difficult map in general. It's not easy. Even I struggle with it still. And 2, it's really over fast, so you gotta be the fastest. Big surprise. You gotta be faster than everyone else, though. And you gotta know the correct tricks. Some people don't know that it's actually better to just jump on the bounce pad in the middle 3 times, or 4 times even, if that's possible. Pretty sure it's 3 times. It might be a little bit of a better strategy, but I haven't played that in a while, so maybe not. What? Someone just invited... Okay, that's weird. Okay, that was a little weird. Someone just invited me on Fortnite. That's weird. But... Who is that? And why am I letting it get in the way of the video? But it is a fun map due to how much skill it requires to win. And oh my god, can he stop inviting me? It requires a lot of skill to win, though, so I like it for that. And then Stinky Feet is a great time. Honestly, I don't get bored of Stinky Feet. I get a little mad when someone kills me. The only flaw with the level, this man is still inviting me. But other than that tiny flaw, it's a great time. Honestly, it's a fun time. It's a lot of fun to play Stinky Feet. I think it's better than Crazy Feet. That's not even an opinion. That's just facts. Like literally, you can't be serious when you say Crazy Feet is better than Stinky Feet. Like, first of all, it's even more realistic in the name. How do your feet get crazy? Don't ask. But yeah, that's my tier list for Mr. Gamer Party. You most likely already saw this in the Discord server, but I don't really care. I hope you enjoy this tier list, and I want you to subscribe now, or I will eat your toenails. Bye.